AI will doom all of us. Ukraine is preparing a counteroffensive, and DeSantis is firing back at Trump. Have you ever seen a conversation where it's obvious that somebody's lying? Or heck, maybe you've had one or two conversations like that too. They tell you something and you disagree. They keep trying to pile on accusations, and when asked about the facts, they can't give you any. That's exactly what happened with an interview with Elon Musk, and this is footage you cannot miss. Also, so Elon Musk sat down for another interview where he discussed the dangers of artificial intelligence and how it could literally change the world, and not for the better, but for the worse. And it's not like we're dealing with problems already, right? Now we need to think about computers and robots taking over the world too. Ukraine may be preparing for a huge counteroffensive, as it's now being rumored that they're keeping a huge number of soldiers hidden until they're given the go-ahead to fight back. Russia, for their part, seems to be prepared and already established a defense to hold their ground. Two presidential hopefuls are signaling that they could be announcing their future plans soon, although they're still holding off on their official announcements. Now, one of them even got booed in a recent speaking engagement. Not a good sign for somebody who wants to run for president, right? Now, before I continue, guys, please do me a huge one by liking this video and also sharing this video. It really means a lot to me, and it helps grow the channel, and it helps to get the facts out to even more people who need to hear about it. Now, if you guys are new here and in need of your daily dose of the truth when it comes to the state of our economy, social security, the stock market, the housing market, and everything going on in Washington, D.C., make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for the best way to invest in gold or silver, hit the link in the description down below. It's always great to be back home, right? This may have been the first thought for former Vice President Mike Pence, although things didn't quite go as well as he thought it might have gone when he visited his home state. Here, watch this.
Well, hello, NRA. I love you too.
Now, I'm guessing that wasn't the response that he was expecting. Pence, who still hasn't announced his official plans for 2024, he had some tough thoughts for gun control and called out for armed officers at school and executions for shooters. Now, according to him, quote, "I believe the time has come to institute a federal death penalty statute with accelerated appeal to ensure that those who engage in mass shootings face execution in months, not years," end quote. Any thoughts on this, guys? I'd love to hear from you guys on that one. I know how I feel. Now, from Pence visiting his home, let's move over to President Biden and his trip to Ireland, where he said this.
Can you tell us whether the last few days has changed your calculus on when you make an announcement on your plans for 2024?
No. I've already made that calculus. We'll announce it relatively soon. But the trip here just reinforced my sense of optimism about what can be done.
So you've made a decision? You just have to announce it?
I told you, my plan is to run again.
He's certainly taking his time with this announcement. Are you guys game for 4 more years with President Biden? Now, on that note, the 2024 presidential elections is sure to be very interesting, as even Democrats are torn between who they want facing President Biden, and it's really a toss-up between Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former President Donald Trump. Some say that Biden can beat Trump, as he's already done it before, with others saying that DeSantis is unlikable and would be the best opponent for the president to continue his term. So what do you guys think? And it's going to be tough for Republicans to make up their minds, as both Trump and DeSantis have pretty much been going back and forth ads that attack each other. Here, check this out.
Donald Trump is being attacked by a Democrat prosecutor in New York. So why is he spending millions attacking the Republican governor of Florida? Trump's stealing pages from the Biden-Pelosi playbook, repeating lies about Social Security. Here's the truth from Governor Ron DeSantis.
We're not going to mess with Social Security as Republicans.
What did Trump say?
Entitlements ever be on your plate?
At some point they will be. We will take a look at that.
Trump should fight Democrats, not lie about Governor DeSantis. What happened to Donald Trump?
That was tough, right? Although it wasn't as tough a watch as this one. Now, I'm not even sure if I could show this one to you guys, but here you go.
DeSantis has his dirty fingers all over senior entitlements, like cutting Medicare, slashing Social Security, even raising our retirement age. Tell Ron DeSantis to keep his pudding fingers off our money. Oh, and somebody get this man a spoon.
I told you that was going to be a tough watch, but it sure gets your attention, right? This is supposedly based on an instance where DeSantis once ate pudding with his fingers, something that I really wouldn't want to research further on. Now, what are you guys' thoughts on this back and forth? Is this making the Republicans look more divided? And will this help President Biden further set his sights on the Oval Office again going into 2024? Now, on that note, the Wagner Group, the private military of Russian President Vladimir Putin, is reportedly being very careful, as Ukraine may be hiding a reported 200,000 strong reserve of troops. Now, this is certainly a huge update given the fact that Zelensky has been calling for more ammunition as of late. Now, it's also rumored that Russia was expecting this as they just completed a 45-mile-long mega trench in Ukraine that will help them hold off a possible counteroffensive that may be coming soon. From something that's coming soon, here's a future that's also terrifying. Check this out.
What's happening is they're training the AI to lie.
Yes.
It's bad.
To lie. That's
lie.
exactly right. And to withhold information.
To lie and yes, comment on some things, not comment on other things, but not to say what the data actually demands that it say.
How did it get this way? I thought you funded it at the beginning. What happened?
Yeah, well, that'll be ironic. But the most ironic outcome is most likely, it seems.
Musk is alluding to what he says is bias that's going on with AI technology like ChatGPT that heavily favors one political party. Now, I can't say for sure that this is actually happening because I don't know if I really trust AI as much yet. So I'm gonna leave that part to you guys. Do you guys believe the bias is actually being used with this technology? And does it clearly favor one party over the other? And since we already talked about lying, I have another Elon Musk clip that you guys cannot miss where he talks about the hateful content on Twitter.
I'm asking for specific examples. And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
you
don't.
can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that for you feed anymore. Because I just don't particularly like it.
But you
said a lot of people are quite similar. I only look at
hang on a second.
My
you said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And
then how did you see the hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen for you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying
then I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's false.
No, what I claimed...
You just lied.
How are your Twitter feeds, guys? Any thoughts on today's updates? Let your voice be heard down in the comment section down below. And of course, for the best way to invest in gold or silver, hit the links in the description down below. Now, you know what else is down there? Now, if you checked in my description, there are some helpful links down there. And this is because I want to give you guys a fighting chance with this economy. Now, there's plenty of things that I could teach you guys. Now, we can go over side hustles, small businesses, ways to start and make multiple streams of income. We can talk about wise investments in the stock market, real estate, even precious metals like gold and silver. Now, if you guys would like to learn more about that, feel free to drop me a comment down below. Also, don't forget to like this video and share this video with a friend. I want to just thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Please be kind to one another, and I'll see you guys on the next one.